What's going on, guys? What's going on, Ty? What's going on, everybody? So, Carl Anthony Towns just got traded to the New York Knicks. And what do I think about this trade? This is a good trade. Now, Carl Anthony Towns, he's from New York. He grew up watching the Knicks. He grew up watching the Knicks before he was in the league. He's the first overall pick. He's the first overall pick, formal first overall pick for the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I'm going to say this. I do not know why you would break up a duel of and Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. I just don't know why. Why in a million years? Why if it's why if a team makes it to why if a team makes it to a conference finals or an NBA finals, you want to blow that team up? Like, why would you rather not keep your core and Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, which was a good duel for Minnesota. Yes, you had Reed. Yes, you had I'm going to get into both sides. Yes, you had Reed. Yes, you had Karl Anthony Towns. You had a bunch of guys on that Minnesota Timberwolves roster that made the conference finals a year last year. Last year. That made the conference finals a year ago against the Dallas Mavericks. And who would know? Who would know? Probably if I'm just going to say this, right? Like this for a what if Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards stayed together? Stayed together. I would say this. I would say this. New York now got a a team of Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, because we all remember how that Mikal Bridges trade went down. And in this trade, the Knicks gave up Julius Randle, Devin Chinzel, which broke up that Villanova reunion, because we all know that Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges and Devin Chinzel all four of them both played in college together. We know that. And I'm going to say this as well. The Knicks look like the Knicks. The Knicks are back. The Knicks are back. Because now you have a 21 point scorer, a 21.8 points a game, a 21.8 points a game, shooting 50% from the field. You have a 21 point game scorer coming to a New York Knicks team that shot a 21 point scorer that shot 50% from the field last year that is coming to the New York Knicks. And I definitely think this is a good move. Like we saw in the NBA Finals, how Boston just dominated the Mavericks. No, the Mavericks got a different team, but got a different team this upcoming season. Do I think this is enough to get over the hump for the New York Knicks? Let me say this. Over the years, over the years, is this a hump for the New York Knicks to get over? Is this a hump? Can the New York Knicks get over the hump here? Over the years, you went after. Over the years, you tried to go to get in free agency. You try to go get LeBron James. You try to go get Kevin Durant. You try to go get Dwayne Wade. You try to go get Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Giannis, that kind of star. That kind of star. But I think New York Knicks fans are jumping around excited because now you got Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. I think New York Knicks fans can look at this as okay, we got a good team here. We got a good team here, but can this get over us a hump? Like, you got Tim Thibodeau, who coached Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota. You got Karl Anthony Towns, who knows Tim Thibodeau's offense and knows what Tim Thibodeau likes to do. You got Tim Thibodeau, who knows what Karl Anthony Towns knows what he likes to do and what game plan Thibodeau is going to run for Karl Anthony Towns. And you still got Jalen Brunson, who I think that was a good decision by leaving $113 million on the table, because now you're looking at re-signing Mikal Bridges in a couple of years. You can give Josh Hart another contract, and then you can sign Karl Anthony Towns back to that contract. And I think every team in the NBA, every team in the NBA, every team in the NBA every team in the NBA is trying to figure out a way to beat the Boston Celtics this year. That's their plan. Every team is trying to get good to beat the Boston Celtics. And do I think this is a good move for the Boston Celtics? On one hand, yeah. Do I think it's a good move for the Knicks? On one hand, yeah. You got Karl Anthony Towns now. You traded him for Julius Randle, for Devin Transwell, who I think Devin Transwell will probably be sixth man of the year this year. Devin Transwell will probably be sixth man of the year this year. And will probably be sixth man of the year this year. And I think this is a good trade for the Knicks because you got a championship team now. You got a championship team now. And we all know that the Knicks are going to play hard, are going to play hard in this game, are going to play hard in this game. And like you have to, I think Knicks fans should be excited because now you have Karl Anthony Towns, you have Jalen Brunson, you have Mikal Bridges, you have those pieces. You have those pieces. And I'm going to say this: if the New York Knicks beat the Celtics last year, they would probably win a championship. We do not know. We do not know. They would probably beat the. But when you look at what Karl Anthony Towns brings, he's bringing a 21-point scorer. And when you look at your you just broke up a duo of Karl Anthony Towns and um Anthony Edwards for Minnesota because now New York looks like the New York Knicks from a few years ago, the New York Knicks from the 90s. And I definitely think the New York Knicks are back. But like I said, the Knicks missed out on in free agency. They missed out on LeBron, Giannis, Kyrie, Don Mitchell, um, um, D Wade, Kevin Durant, and most importantly, um, Don Mitchell. But that Twin Towers thing with Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony, that Twin Towers thing with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert didn't work out. And now you send Karl Anthony Towns, now you send Karl Anthony, Cat, Karl Anthony Towns to, to the New York Knicks and look at the players that were traded from Minnesota, like Kevin Love, Kevin Garnett, win championships with the Celtics. Like Kevin Love won a championship with the Cavs, with my Cavs and LeBron James. Kevin Garnett won a championship with the Celtics with Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. So I think with Karl Anthony Towns going to New York, like that Twin Towers thing with Rudy Gobert didn't work out, but you're breaking up a duel with Anthony Edwards, who can get easy Gym City dunks, and 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 easy money buckets with Karl Anthony Towns, who can get easy money buckets and Gym City dunks. I just think Minnesota the Timberwolves broke up a team, broke up a duel that could have gave Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns a team to win a championship. Like you still have McDaniels, you still have Nas Reed, but why would you want to move on from Karl Anthony Towns when that duo and Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns made the NBA Finals last year? I mean, made the conference finals last year. But guys, so if you're new and never give up your dreams, and I hope all of you guys are safe out there. and stay blessed, everybody, and peace.